Cosa vuol dire convivere? E vademecum? Read the latest headlines in Italian with me to find out. Mi raccomando, non cambiare canale. Ciao, sono Anna e questo è My Italian Circle. Vuoi capire le notizie in italiano? Ti aiuto io! Today we read two new stories together. I will explain them in English so everybody can understand. But even if you're not a beginner anymore, I bet that you will learn some interesting new words. Listen and test yourself. Oggi parleremo di gabbiani a Venezia e di una nonna molto speciale.
Venezia, una guida per convivere con i gabbiani.
Our first news story takes us to Venice. Before we read the first headline, here's some useful vocabulary. Gabbiani, convivere, vademecum, bilingue, falconi. Venezia, una guida per convivere con i gabbiani. Venice, a guide to living with seagulls. Il vademecum sarà bilingue. The handbook will be bilingual. Ma gli hotel vogliono i falconi, but hotels want falcons. What is this all about? Seagulls in Venice? Let's read more. Garriscono di notte, rubano panini e pizzette dalle mani dei turisti di giorno. They caw at night, steal sandwiches and pizzas from the hands of tourists during the day. I gabbiani reali a Venezia sono una presenza costante con cui residenti e vacanzieri devono convivere. Yellow-legged gulls in Venice are a constant presence that residents and holidaymakers have to live with. Per questo, l'amministrazione comunale ha predisposto un vademecum per informare cittadini e turisti sulle norme comportamentali da mettere in atto. For this reason, the municipal administration has prepared a handbook to inform citizens and tourists on the behavioral rules to put in place. In this new story, there are words that are very similar to English, like guida, guide, bilingue, bilingual, falcone, falcon, and vademecum, which is actually also used in English, just maybe with a different pronunciation. Vademecum is a Latin word that literally means comes with me, something that I take with me at all times, like a handbook. More words. Garriscono means they caw. Garrire is a verb used for various animals that make loud and somewhat unpleasant sounds. If you have been to Venice, you know what that means. Convivere means to live with, to coexist. Seagulls and tourists must find a way to live together in Venice. Don't confuse it with condividere, which means to share. Vacanzieri comes from vacanza, holiday. Here it's used as a synonym of tourists. Italian journalists try to avoid repetitions at all costs, and sometimes they find creative ways to do so. Here we found the words guida and vademecum, which are basically the same thing, and turisti and vacanzieri. This is one of the reasons why reading the news will enrich your vocabulary. By the way, if you want to download this handbook on seagulls in Venice, you will find the link in the video description. After watching this episode, don't forget to have a look at the other videos in this playlist. Some episodes are easy and others are quite challenging. Test yourself. La nostra seconda notizia riguarda una nonna molto anziana che vive in provincia di Avellino. This headline is quite easy to understand. Let's see.
Grande festa per la nonnina d'Italia. Laura compie 113 anni.
Could you grasp the meaning of this headline? Grande festa per la nonnina d'Italia. Laura compie 113 anni. A big celebration for Italy's granny. Laura turns 113. Il mio segreto? Essere sempre alla ricerca della felicità. My secret? Always be in pursuit of happiness. Nonnina comes from nonna, grandmother. Here it's used in an affectionate way, and felicità is happiness, of course. More vocabulary before we read the full story. Frastornata. Spegnere le candeline. Primato. Lamentarsi. Fare del bene. Un po' frastornata dalle troupe televisive, Laura Lucia Sangenito ha spento nella sua casa in provincia di Avellino 113 candeline. A little dazed by the TV cruise, Laura Lucia Sangenito blew out 113 candles at her home in the province of Avellino. La nonnina d'Italia, che condivide il primato con Claudia Baccarini, è stata festeggiata dalle sue 2 figlie e dai tanti nipoti e pronipoti. Italy's granny, who shares the record with Claudia Baccarini, was celebrated by her 2 daughters and many grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. Ha sempre lavorato nei campi, nonna Laurina. Il segreto della sua longevità sta nel non lamentarsi mai, nella fede e nel fare del bene al prossimo. She has always worked in the fields, Granny Laurina. The secret of her longevity lies in never complaining too much, in faith and doing good for others. Non ho particolari consigli da dare. Ho imparato che per vivere bene, magari anche a lungo, dobbiamo essere sempre alla ricerca della felicità. I have no particular advice to give. I have learned that to live well, maybe even for a long time, we must always be in pursuit of happiness. Here's an interesting expression. Laura ha spento 113 candeline. Laura blew out 113 candles. Now, I don't think there were 113 candles on her birthday cake. She wouldn't have been able to blow them all out. It's just a figure of speech. E tu? Quante candeline hai spento al tuo ultimo compleanno? How many candles did you blow out at your last birthday? So, what's the secret of Laura's long life? Cercare sempre la felicità. Other things are also mentioned. Non lamentarsi mai, never complain. La fede, religious faith. Fare del bene, to do good. Adesso voglio farti 2 domande su queste notizie. Try to answer my questions. Con chi devono convivere i turisti a Venezia? Quanti anni ha compiuto Laura, la nonnina d'Italia? Rispondi nei commenti. Write your answers in the comments. As always, let me know what is your favorite word. Qual è la tua parola preferita di oggi? Convivere? Lamentarsi? Felicità? Scrivimi. We talk more about today's news in the content we prepared for our patrons on Patreon. Have a look if you want to dig deeper. You can join from just $1 a month. Ci vediamo mercoledì prossimo. Ciao!